Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're doing something a bit different. We're taking, not research exactly, but a custom comedy script and really digging into it.
That's right. Our source material is pretty unique this time. It's called the LoopLaugh Skit script, modern relationship driving parody, written by Deb McClarty, and it's actually intellectual property owned by Investment Enterprise LLC that's part of the DPG network.
Right, and that ownership piece is interesting. It signals this isn't just, a random sketch. It's crafted. So our mission today, for you listening, is to unpack this thing. Why is this specific parody about driving in relationships so funny, but also kind of insightful?
Exactly. And we need to set the scene properly first. The script calls for dramatic parody. It takes something familiar, a relationship, and then it adds this one, well, frankly, absurd physical element to talk about pretty serious stuff. Think shared control, money issues.
Okay, yeah, let's get into that setup, because honestly, the setup is the joke, almost. Picture this. You're inside an F-150 pickup truck. Big, capable, you know the type.
A real symbol of control, right?
Yeah.
But then
Then comes the twist, the key prop. This truck has two steering wheels. One for the driver, obviously, but also a fully working one for the passenger.
two steering wheels. It's brilliant, isn't it?
It really is. It just immediately shows you what this is about. Shared control, competing directions, constant struggle.
Yeah, no backseat driving here. Everyone's got their hands on a wheel, literally pulling the relationship in different directions. It's like trying to manage a joint bank account when you both think you know best and just keep overriding each other.
Totally. And the script itself, it specifically asks for a tone of dramatic parody with comedic undertones.
Right. So when we quote the dialogue, we should probably lean into that. A bit exaggerated, maybe, because the humor comes from these characters taking this ridiculous situation so seriously.
Okay, got it. So let's dive into part one, the actual battle for the wheel. The guy kicks things off, trying to lay down the law, very serious,
Very much.
traditional.
Yeah, establishing his supposed authority.
Adopting a deep, overly serious, slightly pompous dad voice. Babe, I'm the driver. I'm responsible for this household. I got the wheel.
Huh. Just like that. And the immediate reaction for the girl, it completely undercuts him. She's bringing that modern, independent energy,
Yeah, she fires right back.
adopting a sharp, confident, slightly dry tone.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I got my career, my steering wheel, and I don't need you to drive for me.
Boom. And right there, that first exchange, it's not really about who's turning onto which street, is it?
Not at all. It's about defining roles. He's linking driving to being the provider, the one who manages the risk.
And she's linking her wheel to her own income, her own agency, saying basically, we're partners in this, buddy. Your authority isn't automatic.
And that's where it hits home for, anyone listening. If both partners are bringing money in, both feel they have a right to say where the household is going. That physical fight over the wheel, it's just a stand-in for those everyday power negotiations.
Okay, so they've established this control struggle. Where does the skit go next? It pivots, right, to the classic relationship minefield, money.
Exactly. And this is where the driving metaphor gets really clever. The physical act of steering becomes directly symbolic of financial choices.
So the guy, he tries to make a move. He wants to turn left.
Right. And in the skit's logic, turning left isn't just a direction. It represents doing the responsible thing. Paying the bills, maybe putting money into savings. The necessary, maybe slightly painful stuff.
The boring stuff.
The boring, essential stuff, yeah. But he tries to make that turn.
And the girl just wrenches her wheel the other way, vetoes his responsible move, and sends them spinning.
It's instant conflict. He tries fiscal discipline. She introduces
And
chaos. Or maybe just different priorities.
Yeah, and his reaction is priceless. Pure panic. Switching to a frantic, high-pitched, almost whiny guy voice. See, this is what I'm talking about. I try to turn left for the bills. Next thing you know, you're yanking us right into target.
Uh-huh. Oh, man, yanking us right into target. It's perfect. Because everyone knows that feeling, right?
Totally. The left turn is the budget spreadsheet. The right turn is, well, target. Going in for milk, coming out with a lamp and 3 sweaters.
He captures that tension perfectly. Structure versus impulse. Necessary expenses versus discretionary spending. And it's all happening while they're literally fighting for control of a moving vehicle.
But is it just about impulse buys? I mean, using target is specific. Is it maybe playing into gender stereotypes a bit? Guy, responsible bills. Girl, frivolous shopping.
That's a really good point to unpack. It could be read that way on the surface,
Yeah.
but I think the counter-argument, the girl's response, adds more nuance.
Okay, yeah. Because she doesn't just say, oops, sorry. She defends her swerve.
Right. She basically reframes her target run as like essential maintenance for the household. She hits back with practicality.
Switching to a sassy, slightly exasperated girl voice. Maybe if you let me drive, we'd have Wi-Fi in the house and groceries.
See, she's arguing that his focus on the bills is too narrow. It doesn't cover what they actually need to live. Like Wi-Fi isn't just fun anymore. Maybe she needs it for her career, the one she mentioned earlier.
And groceries. Well, yeah. Pretty fundamental.
Exactly. So her driving provides essentials and comforts, while his driving, in her view, is maybe just focused on keeping the lights on, but not much else. It's need versus want, but also like different definitions of what need even means today.
So the conflict isn't just about spending versus saving, it's about what they're prioritizing. They're both trying to steer towards valid things, maybe, but those things are incompatible at that moment.
Right. And all that fighting, the yanking left and right, it's damaging the car, it's draining your energy, it's fundamentally unproductive, which leads perfectly into the climax, doesn't it?
Yeah, the moment where the silly argument suddenly gets very real, they look up from fighting over the steering wheels and see something else.
The big one. The shared threat they've been ignoring while squabbling over the small stuff. The comedy kind of pauses here, gets that bite the description mentioned.
It's the guy who spots it right. And his whole tone changes. No more authority, no more panic, just defeat.
Yeah, just this low, muttered realization, adopting a low, flat, resigned tone. Bro, we about to crash into student loans.
Ooh, student loans. That hits hard. It's not just any debt, is it?
No, and that choice feels very deliberate. It's not a mortgage that can be seen as an investment. It's not just credit card debt from, too many Target runs.
Student loans are different. Often huge, often predating the relationship, felt by like a whole generation. It's this massive shared burden that kind of defines the financial landscape before they even started driving together.
Exactly. It's the iceberg they were heading for while arguing about rearranging the deck chairs, basically. It doesn't matter who wanted to turn left or right at that point. This external structural debt looms over everything.
And their internal fight, their lack of coordination, meant they had zero strategy to deal with it. They were too busy fighting each other to navigate the actual road.
Which tees up the final line perfectly. The narrator comes in, sums it all up, and connects the crazy visual gag back to the core message.
Right, that final punchline that crystallizes the whole thing, adopting a clear, slightly resonant narrator voice. When everybody want to drive, but nobody read the map, that's modern relationships.
And that's the insight, isn't it? That's why this script, this bit of IP owned by D Investment Enterprise, has value. It nails a complex problem with one simple, powerful image. Shared control is fine, maybe even good, but without a shared plan.
Shared map. Yeah, it's not enough for everyone to have a steering wheel if nobody agrees on the destination or the route.
The map is neutral too.
Yeah.
It doesn't care about his left turn for bills or her right turn for groceries. It just shows the way if you agree on where you're going.
So the Skit's critique is really about that missing piece. We've moved maybe from one driver, one map, the old traditional model, to two drivers, two wheels.
But we forgot we still need one map, a shared map.
Yeah.
And that map could be lots of things, right? Communication, actual financial planning, agreeing on big life goals.
It's that comedy with a bite element again. It uses this absurd F-150 scenario to deliver a pretty uncomfortable truth. If you're constantly fighting for the wheel in your relationship, you probably haven't actually agreed on where you're trying to go together.
Yeah. And that resonance, that's what makes the skit work, makes the property valuable. People see it and they just get it. It sparks conversations about money, power, how we actually manage households now.
Definitely.
So maybe the final thought for you listening is this. Next time you feel that tension, that who's driving feeling in your own relationship, picture that two-wheeled truck heading for disaster. And then ask, okay, what's our map? Do we even have one? Did we ever actually sit down and read it together? Is it the budget? Is it our 5-year plan? Or is it something less tangible, like just agreeing on what security or risk even means to both of us? Something to think about.